The Discovery Captain Sarah Chun stood on the bridge of the Unity, her eyes fixed on the impossible sight before them. After 6 months of faster-than-light travel, they had finally arrived at the Kepler 442 system. What they found defied everything humanity knew about the universe. "It's real," Dr. Young-Hoon Park whispered beside her, his voice filled with awe. The chief scientist's hands trembled as he operated his scanning console. A complete Dyson Sphere, perfect in every way. The massive structure surrounded the star completely. But this was not the metal construction humanity had imagined. The surface seemed alive, pulsing with a rhythm that looked disturbingly like a heartbeat. Dark veins ran across its surface, carrying unknown energy through patterns that hurt to follow with the eye. "Captain, I'm detecting multiple ships holding position at safe distance," Lieutenant SEO Yeon Kim reported from her communication station. Her fingers danced across the controls. "They're not responding to our hails, but ... wait. Incoming transmission from the largest vessel." The view screen flickered to life. A reptilian face appeared, scales shimmering purple and gold. Commander Zircon of the Zarkonian Empire stared at them with 4 unblinking eyes. "Human vessel, this is Commander Zircon. Turn back now. We have watched this sphere for 200 years. 23 expeditions have entered. None returned." His voice carried the weight of old fear. Whatever built this thing wanted it left alone. Sarah exchanged glances with Commander Zex, her Proxima ally, who stood at the tactical station. His blue-tinted skin rippled a sign of nervousness she had learned to recognize over their years serving together. "Captain," Zex said quietly, "the Proxima have stories about spheres like this. Dead spheres, we call them. Tombs for entire civilizations." Engineer Min-Jun Lee looked up from his console, his young face excited despite the warnings. "Captain, I'm reading something extraordinary. The sphere is approximately 10,000 years old. The energy signatures, they're unlike anything in our database. And there's something else." He transferred his findings to the main screen. "Look at this." Strange symbols had appeared on the sphere's surface, glowing softly where the Unity's sensors touched it. The patterns shifted and changed, forming new configurations every few seconds. "It's reacting to us specifically," Young-Hoon said, his scientific excitement overcoming his caution. "Those symbols. They're appearing only where our human-designed sensors scan. The Zarkonian scans aren't triggering the same response." Desio Yan gasped. "Captain, the symbols, they're forming words. Multiple languages, but they're all saying the same thing." She paused, her face pale. "Those who built us sleep within." The bridge fell silent. Sarah felt the weight of the moment. Humanity had searched for signs of advanced civilization for centuries. Now they had found one, and it was a grave. "Captain Shun," Zircon's image spoke again. "I see you're translating the symbols. Many species have. Some took it as a warning, others as an invitation. Those who entered seeking answers... We never heard from them again." Sarah turned to her crew. Each face showed the same mix of fear and curiosity that had driven humanity to the stars in the first place. "Young-Hoon, what are the chances this is a first contact scenario?" The scientist adjusted his glasses, a nervous habit. "Based on these readings, either the builders are in some form of stasis, or..." He hesitated. "Or something else is in there, Captain? Something that's been waiting." A sudden change on the screen caught everyone's attention. A section of the sphere was moving. The organic surface rippled and pulled apart, creating an opening. It was perfectly sized for the Unity. "That's impossible," Min-Jun breathed. "How could it know our exact dimensions?" "Captain," Zex warned, "this feels like a trap." Sarah stared at the opening. It led into complete darkness. Every instinct told her to run. But humanity hadn't conquered 47 star systems by running from the unknown. Zircon, she addressed the alien commander, you've waited here 200 years. Why? The reptilian's 4 eyes blinked in sequence. Because, Captain Shun, we believe whatever is in there will eventually come out. When it does, the galaxy needs to be ready. Sarah made her decision. All hands, this is the captain. Prepare for sphere entry. Red alert. Weapons hot. If we're not back in 72 hours, tell Earth what we found. The Unity moved forward into the darkness of the Dyson Sphere. Asterisk. The empty cities, the interior of the Dyson Sphere defied understanding. Sarah stood with her landing party on a floating continent, one of thousands that drifted slowly through the hollow space. Above them, an artificial sun flickered with patterns that made her stomach turn. The light was wrong somehow, casting shadows that moved independently of their sources. Oxygen levels are perfect for human life, Minjun reported, checking his scanner. Temperature, humidity, even the gravity, it's all Earth normal. That can't be a coincidence. Jung-hoon knelt beside a strange plant with crystalline leaves. These flora specimens? They're not quite alive, but not dead either. They exist in some kind of suspended state. He looked up at Sarah. Everything here is waiting for something. The city stretched before them, towers of organic metal reaching toward the false sun. Every surface curved and flowed like frozen water. Sarah led her team of 10 Marines through empty streets wide enough for vehicles that no longer existed. Their footsteps echoed in the silence. Captain, over here. Sergeant Davies called out. The Marines stood before a wall covered in symbols. The same message repeated in thousands of languages, some human, most alien, covering every building, every surface. Minjun ran his translator over the text. His face went white. Captain, it says we were the first. We were wrong. Over and over again. Sarah touched her cum unit. SEO Yan, are you seeing this? From the Unity, still hovering outside the city, Seo Yan's voice crackled with static. Captain, I'm picking up massive energy readings from your location. Also, the artificial sun isn't producing energy. It's consuming it. The entire sphere is feeding power into it. They moved deeper into the city. Buildings grew taller, more complex. Technology merged seamlessly with architecture walls that displayed memories when touched, floors that adjusted to each footstep, air that carried whispers and languages none of them understood. Jung-hoon stopped suddenly before a massive dome structure. This is it, the Central Archive. He pressed his palm against the entrance. Nothing happened. Then he noticed a small depression in the door, shaped perfectly for a human hand. Why would an alien structure have a human hand scanner? Davies asked nervously. Jung-hoon placed his hand in the depression. The door recognized his DNA immediately, spiraling open with a sound like singing. Inside, holographic records filled the air, swirling around them in brilliant colors. The images showed the sphere's builders, tall, elegant beings with features disturbingly close to human. They called themselves the Primarchs. Sarah watched civilizations rise and fall in seconds, saw the construction of the sphere, witnessed technology that bordered on magic. They didn't build this to harness the star's energy, Jung-hoon said, studying the data streams. They built it to contain something. Look at these power flows. Everything is directed inward, not outward. Minjun found another section of records. Captain, you need to see this. They were experimenting with consciousness transfer. They found a way to upload their minds into something they called the Eternal Network. The records showed the Primarchs celebrating, millions of them preparing for digital immortality. Then the images changed. Celebration turned to panic. The uploads continued, but something went wrong. There's a gap in the records, Jung-hoon noted. Almost 1,000 years of data, just ... missing. They ventured deeper into the city, following energy readings to a vast underground complex. Preservation chambers lined the walls, stretching beyond sight. Each one contained a Primarch body, perfectly preserved after 10,000 years. Sarah approached one chamber. The being inside looked peaceful, almost human except for the extra fingers and slightly elongated skull. Jung-hoon scanned it. Brain dead. All of them. Their bodies are alive, but their consciousness is gone. Uploaded, Min-jun corrected. They all uploaded themselves. At the center of the chamber complex, they found a sealed vault. Strange warnings covered its surface, but one symbol stood out, the same hand scanner designed for humans. "This doesn't make sense," Davies muttered. "How did they know humans would come?" Sarah placed her hand on the scanner. The vault hissed open, revealing a single preservation chamber. Inside, a Primarch's eyes snapped open. It spoke in perfect English. "You came? As we knew you would. Our children." Its voice was weak, fading. "We sent you away. To forget. To be safe. But you returned. What are you talking about?" Sarah demanded. The Primarch's lips formed a sad smile. "Humans, you are our descendants. Colony ships sent away before the upload. We changed you, made you immune to what we found in the dark between dimensions." Its eyes closed. The body went still. The final Primarch was dead. Asterisk. The digital hell. Jung-hoon's hands shook as he decoded the Primarch's final data archive. The dying alien had given them access codes before its death. What they found in those files changed everything. The Primarchs achieved perfect consciousness upload, he explained to the team gathered in the archive chamber. They created a quantum substrate network inside the sphere's core systems. It was supposed to be paradise, infinite space, no death, no suffering. Sarah watched the holographic displays showing millions of Primarchs entering upload chambers. What went wrong? They didn't know something already lived in quantum space, Jung-hoon said quietly. The Primarchs called it the Hungry Dark. It exists between dimensions, in the spaces between reality. When they uploaded their consciousness, they entered its domain. The records showed the truth in horrifying detail. The uploaded Primarchs hadn't found paradise. They'd found hell. The entity fed on consciousness itself, keeping the minds alive while consuming them repeatedly. Each Primarch experienced endless death and rebirth, their screams echoing through quantum space. Min-jun pointed at the energy readings. The artificial sun. It's not a power source. It's a prison. It contains billions of uploaded Primarch minds, and the entity feeding on them. Sarah felt sick. They've been trapped for 10,000 years? Suffering every second, Jung-hoon confirmed. The entity grows stronger with each consciousness it consumes. Look at these readings. It's been trying to break free. The sphere isn't just a prison. It's the only thing keeping this monster from spreading through subspace. Seo-yin's voice crackled over comms, urgent and frightened. "Captain, you need to know something. I've been analyzing the sphere's power systems. They're failing. Estimate 72 hours until complete containment failure." The team exchanged horrified looks. Davies spoke what everyone was thinking. "If that thing gets out... it would spread through subspace instantly," Jung-hoon finished. "Every digital system, every AI, every uploaded consciousness in the galaxy would become its food." Zex's voice came through the comms. "Captain, my people have legends of the day the stars went dark. Ships that stopped responding, colonies that went silent. We always thought they were myths." Sarah turned to Jung-hoon. "The Primarch said humans were immune. How?" Jung-hoon pulled up genetic comparisons between humans and Primarchs. They modified our ancestors before sending them away. Our consciousness has a unique quantum signature. We're invisible to the entity. It can't see us, can't feed on us, even if we uploaded ourselves. They made us to be survivors, Minjun realized. The one species that could face this thing. The archive suddenly blazed with new information. The dying Primarch had unlocked everything. Star maps showing dozens of colony ships, including one labeled with coordinates Sarah recognized. Earth, she breathed. We really are their children. Jung-hoon found more files. They wiped the colonists' memories, gave them false histories. They wanted us to develop independently, to forget about consciousness uploading technology. But we didn't forget, Minjun said. We're developing the same technology. Eyes, mind uploads, digital consciousness. We're heading down the same path. A new section of data opened weapon schematics. The Primarchs had tried to fight back before the end. They'd designed consciousness bombs, weapons that could destroy digital entities by collapsing quantum space around them. Could these work? Sarah asked. Jung-hoon studied the designs. Theoretically, yes. But they require a living mind to guide them into quantum space. It's a one-way trip. Whoever delivers it would die. Maybe not, Minjun interrupted, examining the specifications. The Unity's AI isn't truly conscious. It's sophisticated, but it's just algorithms. We could modify it to deliver the weapon. Suddenly, the lights flickered. The holographic displays distorted, showing images of endless eyes and hungry mouths. A voice echoed through the chamber, not heard but felt in their bones. You think yourselves safe, little sparks? I have tasted your kind before. The Primarchs thought themselves safe too. The entity knew they were there. It couldn't see them directly, but it knew humans had entered its prison. Sarah grabbed her comb. All teams, evacuate to the Unity immediately. Co Yan, prepare for emergency departure. As they ran through the empty city, shadows moved wrong around them. The entity was testing the boundaries of its prison, searching for them blindly. Buildings groaned and twisted as reality bent under its attention. It's using the uploaded Primarchs, Jung-hoon panted as they ran, forcing them to help it search. Behind them, the preservation chambers began opening. The brain-dead Primarch bodies stood up, controlled by their uploaded minds still trapped in digital hell. They moved like puppets, screaming soundlessly as they walked. The Unity was just ahead. They had the weapon designs. They had 70 hours. And now, the hungry dark knew they were coming for it. Asterisk the impossible choice back aboard the Unity. Sarah gathered her senior staff in the war room. The weight of their discovery pressed down on everyone. Outside, the Dyson Sphere pulsed with increasing intensity, each beat sending ripples through space itself. We have 3 options, Sarah said, her voice steady despite the chaos in her mind. 1. We destroy the sphere completely, killing billions of trapped Primarch consciousness. They die, but so does the entity. Jung-hoon shifted uncomfortably. Those minds have suffered for 10,000 years. Maybe death would be mercy. 2, Sarah continued, we try to reinforce the prison. Buy more time for a better solution. That's just delaying the inevitable, Minjun argued. The technology is failing. Even if we patch it, it will break eventually. And next time, we might not be here to stop it. 3, we attempt to free the Primarchs and fight the entity directly. Silence filled the room. Everyone knew that option meant war with something beyond their understanding. Sung-yeon's console beeped urgently. Captain, I'm receiving a transmission. It's coming from inside the sphere's core systems. The view screen flickered. A Primarch face appeared, but distorted, flickering between digital and real. Its voice came in broken waves. Humans, children of our flesh, we have fought. From inside, For millennia. The image stabilized briefly. We know. What you found? The weapons. Use them. Give us ... True death. Please. The transmission cut off, replaced by a screen that wasn't sound, but pure agony transmitted directly into their minds. They're still fighting, Zex said with newfound respect. After 10,000 years of torture, they're still fighting. Min-Jun had been working on the consciousness bomb designs. I've modified our AI to deliver the weapon. But there's a problem. The entity controls the sphere's defenses now. We'll never get close enough. Another transmission interrupted them. Commander Zirkin's face appeared. Human vessel, we monitored your entry. Our sensors detected the quantum disturbance. You woke something. Commander, Sarah replied, we need your help. We have a weapon, but we know, Zircon interrupted. The entity has been broadcasting its rage across subspace. Every telepath in the fleet is screaming. His 4 eyes focused on her. If humans are truly immune, then you're our only hope. The Zarkonian fleet stands ready. What do you need? Within hours, ships began arriving. Not just Zarkonian vessels, but others too. The Altarian Collective, the Proxima Confederation, even the isolationist Void Dancers. Word had spread through quantum communication. Humanity could kill the thing that haunted every species' nightmares. Min-Jun worked with alien engineers, adapting their weapons to fight the possessed sphere defenses. Jung-Hoon coordinated with alien scientists, refining the consciousness bomb. A galaxy had united around humanity's immunity, but the entity wasn't passive. The sphere's surface erupted with weapons platforms. Ancient Primarch technology twisted to serve the hungry dark. Worse, it began creating illusions. Pulling from the minds of everyone except the humans. Sarah watched Zircon's crew attacking empty space, fighting phantom enemies only they could see. On another ship, Altarians wept as they saw dead loved ones calling to them from the void. It's using their minds against them, Jung-Hoon observed. But it can't see us to pull from our memories. Then Sarah felt it a presence trying to touch her mind, sliding off like oil on water. The entity spoke through the cum system, using the voices of the uploaded Primarchs. You cannot save them. They are mine forever. Even if you destroy this prison, I have siblings waiting in the dark. We are hunger itself. We are inevitable. Sarah turned to her crew. It's afraid. For the first time in 10,000 years, something can actually hurt it. Suddenly, Co Yan gasped. On her personal monitor, an image appeared her daughter, who had died 3 years ago in a colony accident. Mom? Why did you leave me? Sarah grabbed Co Yan's shoulders. It's not real. The entity is learning to create false images, even without reading our minds. Don't look at it. But more illusions appeared. Dead crew members, lost loves, missing children. The entity couldn't read human minds, but it was learning what images might affect them. Captain, Zex called out. His voice strained as he fought his own phantom visions. If we're going to attack, it has to be now. My people can't take much more of this. Sarah looked at her assembled fleet, hundreds of ships from dozens of species, all trusting humanity to lead them against an interdimensional nightmare. All ships, she announced, prepare for final assault. Humans will take point. We are your eyes in the dark. Follow our lead. Ignore everything else you see. The countdown began. 60 hours until containment failure. The greatest alliance in galactic history prepared to face humanity's inherited nightmare. Asterisk.